Hi traders, and welcome to my video on the McClellan Oscillator, which is going to help you find out how you can catch moves like this one for over 300 pips using a simple indicator. The McClellan Oscillator indicator you can find from various sources online if your trading platform doesn't already have it. Here I'm using the MT4 platform. This is a Euro-Dollar 1 hour chart, and basically I'm going to use the McClellan Oscillator to help me determine the trend direction, the momentum of the trend, and overbought and oversold market conditions to avoid trading in unfavorable conditions and to help me time my entry. Okay, so the first thing to do is to draw our resistance level and our support level, which we're setting the charts off from here, so we're just going to draw support and resistance. And the McClellan Oscillator, basically when it is above the zero line, which I've added here, is considering that the market is on an uptrend. When it is below, it's considering the market is on a downtrend. Okay. Some caveats to that being that the higher the oscillator is, the more chance it is that the market is going to be overbought and there may be a reversal to the downside, and the lower that the oscillator is, the more chance there is that the market is oversold and there could be a reversal to the upside. Okay, so we've drawn our resistance and support. We have a nice triple top pattern forming here. The resistance has been tested 3 times. Our support level here, we're going to keep an eye on as price starts to fall down and fall down here, make lower highs. Can look to maybe trade this breakout. Okay, we have some bearish divergence on the McClellan Oscillator here, which would confirm our entry on the breakout trade there. Okay, so once we get in this trade on the breakout, we can use the oscillator to start to get an idea of when the trend may be slowing down. As you can see here, when we get in this sort of oversold area of the McClellan Oscillator, price does start to stagnate. There is a little bit still left in the move, but had we got in here, what we could have done is move our stop loss above the highs. After this drop, our stop loss would be around here, just locking in some profit. We don't want a winning trade to turn into a losing one if price was to turn around. And again, when price drops here, you can move your stop loss down there and just lock in the trade as much as possible. So if price does end up coming back up here, we've still managed to bank ourselves a good amount of pips. Trading this breakout, you're looking at almost around 170 pips from that particular breakout. Had you taken the initial entry, stop loss placed on the previous high, around 20 pips, which is very good for the 1 hour chart time frame. Okay, so back to the oscillator. Basically, it can help us prevent us from entering when the market is oversold. I mean, if you're thinking of considering a sell trade after this bar here, you can look at it and see that, okay, the oscillator is quite far down. Perhaps maybe it's not the ideal time to place the sell trade. Likewise here, I mean, you should know really not to trade after, all of this trend has happened, because you could be selling low and the oscillator would help keep you out of trouble in that instance there. Okay. Again, always keep an eye on divergence. Can help to confirm entries and to avoid trading against the trend. We have a bit of bearish divergence there. As you can see, price was falling. If you didn't get in on this initial entry there, you could have been lining up your entry on this breakout here with this level of support, the divergence on the oscillator, the fact that the oscillator is in and around the oversold zone here. Could have been a good time to consider an entry. Okay, so really there are various different ways to interpret the oscillator. I like to use it for divergence, for helping to find overbought conditions to enter in a sell trend, and oversold conditions to enter in a buy trend. Speaking of buy trends, let's see if we can. Okay, here's one. How would we have used the oscillator? We would have, again, level of support. Make sure, I'll zoom in for you here, make sure you mark your support nicely. Resistance, either here or here. This one, two, this is probably a decent level to go with here. It's been tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 odd times. If you go down to the shorter term time frames, you'll see that this is a good level. Okay, and what we have here, interestingly, is the McClellan oscillator there is showing bullish divergence to the upside. We did eventually have it pull back here, which you can see is reflected from this drop down in the charts. Okay, and when it's here in this oversold scenario, we may have considered to take this breakout trade based on that. The signs were there. We had the bullish divergence, bullish candlestick patterns. We may have looked to trade that breakout there. Quite a lot of stagnant consolidating market there. If you're looking to trade ranges, I do have videos on range trading that may come in handy, but for the purpose of this video, we are trend trading. So again, price is making higher lows, so we're still in our uptrend. We're looking for the oscillator, remember, to be oversold to time entry, and there's a few instances where that happened. For example, there we could have looked to have taken entry. If you want to use the divergence and just wait for the breakout of this level here, you could have traded on the breakout of that level there. And again, if you turned on your computer at this point and you were like, okay, I'm gonna get in this trend now and I'm gonna buy here. No, you're not, because the McClellan oscillator is going to tell you that the market's already overbought. Don't buy now. Wait for the pullback. The pullback did occur around here. You know, you've got your trend line as well to base your trades off on the pullback. And then we could have timed an entry around here somewhere. May have wanted to have just marked off your resistance there and trade on this breakout here. Okay, again, bullish divergence, the market's moving up. It's not, just don't buy in when the McClellan oscillator is overbought. Okay, not always the ideal time, just wait for a pullback and place your entry there. One thing though is worth considering is trading against support and resistance. You wouldn't really want to buy if you've got a level of resistance approaching. You just want to wait and see how price pans out. For example, here I just mark my resistance and I'd probably wait and see how price reacts here. As you can see, there's a nice breakout there. One thing about the McClellan oscillator is it's not the, in my opinion, the ideal indicator for timing entry and exit. It does depend how you're interpreting it yourself. I personally prefer to use price action and candlestick patterns to confirm my exit. What I would use the McClellan oscillator for is just to avoid, buying in an overbought position or selling an oversold position, by in saying that, you know, your eyes can usually tell you if the market is overbought or oversold just by a glance. Although the divergence is helpful, you know, the bullish divergence, you can see that the market's up here. There's a lot of buying power. The price is moving upwards. Here, for example, you can see the bearish divergence. The market's falling. So for divergence, it's good. I just wouldn't be like selling every time it was on the extreme here or buying every time it was on the extreme here. I prefer to first pinpoint the trend using some basic trend lines or the divergence in the indicator, and then just time an entry based on pullbacks, breakouts, candlestick patterns, and even other technical indicators. For example, the stochastic oscillator, you could use to pinpoint entries. Okay, have good money management, of course. You want to lock in the trade at break even as soon as possible, perhaps trail the position to maximize the move as much as possible. Yeah, hopefully you found something useful in this video that you can implement within your trading strategy. Please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.